G'day guys, welcome back. Today we've got an unboxing or a random act of kindness from Bigkeg up there in Queensland. But first, there's always a but. We're going to get back into world's worst cars. So let's go through another 5 pages. It will take us about 10 minutes. This is the last one we looked at. Hold on, I haven't got lights on. Just wait a sec. Okay, not sure if that's any better, but I was sitting next to a little reading lamp here and I didn't have the overhead lights on. So they're all on now. So that was the last one we looked at, Chrysler Maserati. Next one is the Dacia Denim from 83 to 84 from communist country. I'm just trying to look through where it came from. Don't know, but there's the advertising spiel. And the specs are 143 km per hour top speed, 16.5 seconds to get to 0 to 60 mile per hour. Had an inline 4. And it says, apparently the Dacia Denim made choosing easier. Well, you did know which car to rule out of your test drive choices. Luxury wasn't an option with the Denim. If you went for the top model, you got cloth seat inserts and a temperature gauge. That's a top model. But basic cars had hard-wearing plastic trim, a speedometer and a fuel gauge, and not much else. Pretty basic. Dacia offered the Denim with a 1.4 litre 85 cubic inch Renault pushrod engine, which was tough enough to last for several thousand miles. Sadly, each one was accompanied by a gruff exhaust note and clattery tappets. The Renault 12 styling was ungainly enough, but the Denim was even worse, with a hideous plastic nose cone grafted on the front, incorporating twin headlights for a supposedly sporty look. The Denim certainly wasn't a car for driving quickly. The crude cart-sprung chassis was built for surviving tough roads, and if you tried to corner at any speed, the inside front wheel lifted in the air and the car lost all grip. So that is the Dacia Denim. I still don't know what country it's from. It just says an impoverished communist dictatorship. Oh, it's Romanian. It's the very first word, Jim. So it's from Romania. Next, the Daewoo Racer / Nexia from 95 to 99. It's from South Korea. There's the Daewoo logo. The Daewoo badge became so tainted in European markets that it was changed to Chevrolet in 2004. There you go. Specs, top speed 162 km per hour, 11.4 to get to 60 mile per hour, had an inline 4. I think we got these in Australia. Inside the car was stuffed with Vauxhall Opel influences, not opulences, including the same dashboard modding and seats as the Astra, along with its dated 1980s style switchgear and window buttons. The Daewoo tried to disguise the Nexia's origins with a hideous plastic grille and an odd-looking vertical badge. A later facelift made the front end even more angular, but the fit and finish were awful. Guess what? Yes, it's a GM old stock again. Although the Nexia's 1.5 litre 92 cubic inch engine was never offered in the Astra or its derivatives, it was an old General Motors unit that had previously been seen service in compact Holden models in Australia. There you go. Spot the old Vauxhall Astra lurking inside the new Daywood body. The doors, glass and rear quarter panels were exactly the same as a GM hatchback that had debuted more than a decade earlier and looked far better. Daewoo Racer. Next, we got the Ford Aspire from America, 95 2002. That looks a lot like something we had here in Australia. I think a little Mazda 121 or something, I don't know. So 171 kilometre top speed, that's not bad. 11.9 to get to 60 mile per hour, inline 4, another inline 4. The Ford Aspire was built by Kia. Perhaps a wheel trim was the only genuine Ford part on this awful car. The Aspire wasn't exclusively a Ford. It was also sold as a Kia and a Mazda in some markets, and managed to top the bestseller charts in at least one country. Thanks to a large order from Avis Rent-A-Car, it was the best-selling new model in Malta for 1997. The Aspire housed a high-level brake light in the metalwork of its tailgate, but it was badly designed and water trapped in the lens would trickle out, causing a trunk lid to rust. Built on one of the most uninspiring chassis ever constructed, the Aspire was prone to understeer at relatively low speeds and had a horrible, choppy ride, while the steering itself was dreadful. Changing gear in the Aspire was a truly demoralising experience. The lever felt like it was mounted in a sponge, and it was impossible to find the gears without stirring the lever around in an animated circular motion between each change. That is the Ford Aspire. What a lemon. Then we have the FSO 125P from Poland, 1978 to 1991. Specs, 145 km per hour top speed with 14.4 seconds 0 to 60 mile per hour. Another inline four. There's the car. The best 125P was the station wagon. It was cheap and had a huge load bay, but otherwise it wasn't as shocking and shoddy as a four-door model. Such was the 125P's corrosion problems that if you put something heavy in the trunk of a particularly tired example, it would fall straight through to the floor, taking the gasoline tank with it. Wow. In profile, the 125P was actually quite stylish, really, thanks to its Italian ex-Fiat styling, but the car was so bad that Fiat quickly withdrew its name from a Polish project for fear of tarnishing its reputation, which was already blighted by rust problems of its own. 125P was designed to be easy for a home mechanic to repair, which was just as well because the engines were thrown together quickly and regularly suffered from fuel supply and coolant loss problems. If you saw a model with half of the car wheel covered by the wheel arch, then you knew that the rear spring hangers had gone and that the rear axle was beginning to disappear into the bodywork as the floor around it started to rot, a terminal fault. So that was the FSO 125P. So the last one for today is the Hind Ambassador from India, and it was built from 1966 to present. I don't know when this book finished, so it went for a while anyway. Specs, 140 km per hour top speed, no figures for 0 to 60 mile per hour, maybe it couldn't reach it. Inline 4. This is the Diesel Ambassador, which is by far the most popular variant in its home market. That's despite it being one of the slowest cars ever made. Morris mechanical components were dropped in favour of Indian-built power plants and later Japanese-supplied ones. The latest versions of the Ambi, short for Ambassador, have Mitsubishi engines or a particularly unpleasant ex-Peugeot diesel. The Ambassador's cabin is a confusing fusion of a classic and modern. It's still just as cramped and narrow as the Morris Oxford, but has modern seat fabrics and dashboard dials. Well, modern-ish. The Ambi is a classic shape. It looks like a Columba car. It started life as the Morris Oxford in 1954, and its shape continues unchanged more than half a century later, wow. Although a recent facelift has given the front end the appearance of a new Mini. While several aspects of the Ambassador have been updated for modern driving, one of the most essential items has been overlooked, and the brakes are as dreadful today as they were in 1954. In frenetic Indian traffic, it makes for interesting motoring, I bet. Okay, we'll bookmark that, and let's get on to Bigkeg's random act of kindness gift box. So let's slice it open. He had the address on here, my address, and I cut it off, and underneath was an old label because this is one of my old boxes that I sent to Bigkeg. So then I had to sort of blank that out, but of course it wouldn't blank out over sticky tape, so then I had to cut it off. So I had to cut 2 labels off. So enough of that. Let's get it open. I don't think I'll reuse this box again because it's been around the traps a few times. So I can just slice it willy-nilly. Hopefully I'm keeping this in shot. Oh, wow. Okay, already I can see 2 that I haven't got. It's a good start. I'm using a little flexible leg tripod, so it's a bit low. I've got it here because I'm going to use that turntable soon, so it's hard to keep things in shot. So let's start with this one. Okay, this is a little generic car. I have seen this before. Not sure of that brand, but yeah, I recognise this one. I don't have it. It's not one I'd actually buy, but if I could change those wheels, it wouldn't be worth. It would be worth keeping. So yeah, let's start up the crank up the turntable. Give it a spin. Is that going to go back and forward? Yeah, it's the wrong setting. That's another wrong setting. There we go. Okay, now let's see. Oh, a majorette. Straz. I've heard of Straz before. I don't have this one, Bigkeg. That's cool. And I'm going to open it. Straz, is that like a communist country or something, I think? Where did you find this? Oh, it is nice. I like that. It's a Chevrolet. Very nice. Straz. I'm going to have to look that up. Unless I zoom that in. Maybe it'll... I think it's just the make of a Silverado, yeah. Majorette. Made in Thailand. 171 scale. Chevrolet Silverado. Straz. And great looking wheels too. I like those. Chevrolet badge on the rear. Let's check the interior. Oh, very nice. Left-hand drive. Great looking dashboard. It's got a center console. Rear seats. Great steering wheel. Very nice. What's that logo on the front there? Oh, Dickie Toys. Firefighter. Dickie Toys, I've heard of them. That's a cool one, Bigkeg. I like that. Straz. Someone will probably tell me in the comments where that's from before I actually get around to looking it up. But I like that. That's good. Okay, next up. Oh, last up, I think. Yeah. I'll just check there's nothing there. Nice bubble wrap. I'm going to send the box away today, so I'm going to reuse that. That's great. Oh, man. Smokey the Bear. Ooh. It's not a bad ooh. It's a good ooh, but I got a feeling someone else might be sending me a Smokey the Bear model. It could be a different one. Hopefully it's a different one. I'll have to check the video back. But that is awesome, Bigkeg. Green light. Green light, wow. Oh, there's a whole range of them. Series 3, so there was 2 previous series. Since 1944, Smokey the Bear. I've heard of Smokey the Bear. In Australia, but I have heard of him. So this is this is a new casting, 2024. That is awesome. It's a shame to open that. I think I'll leave it sealed for today. But I am thinking of opening all my carded stuff one day. Thinking about it, or most of it anyway. I love that. Oh, look at the details on the front there. Might zoom it in a bit. Oh, very nice. Dodge. Power wagon. I have got a couple of power wagons, but not from this maker, not from Greenlight, not from Smokey the Bear series. It's got a nice fire hose reel in the back. Only you. That is awesome. I really like that. Unreal. Thanks, Bigkeg. So you were worried you'd send me something I don't have, that I already have rather, and you've sent me three that I don't have. So that is very grateful for that. Awesome stuff. Maybe I can put that one there and that one there. There you go. If only I could bend these legs down a bit. There you go. Probably a bit too close, eh? Yeah. Okay, guys, that about wraps it up. We've kept it under 20 minutes. Thanks for watching. Tell me which one you like the best. I like the Smokey the Bear one best. But this Straz one is really cool too, because I might have one Chevy Silverado, but I definitely don't have one in that livery. Awesome. Thanks again, Bigkeg. Check out Bigkeg's channel. I'll put up a little picture somewhere there. There's my finger there. And yeah, he's a great bloke. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. See you in the next episode of Red Trucks. Bye for now.